kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be...
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important...
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and... I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh...
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us...
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to three whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become...
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
I'm sure...
answer from this world?
See, where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all...
Precisely. It's much too sudden. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Teijima. Teijima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into, but now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We will gladly apologize if that's the case. What could...
If you want my opinion, it's clear that Teijima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
We can't let him leave while he's in...
You must be Teijima. So what's made you want to up...
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a quest true. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave? I don't have answers to those questions, because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, in the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from...
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then.
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit.
I keep a diary? If you say so.
Oh, yes, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we... Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back. So I just found, seems like your average diary of, huh? I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. So this is the omamori. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental and...
I wish it could be like this all the time.
Here we are! This seems to be... The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. It looks like a letter. The Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? So the reason Tejima came here was to wait, but he's been here for 30 years. Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the omamori. But I have no memory. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for some... Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time, how could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love, regret. Everything I felt for her. It's all no. Not as. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been... I think... maybe not. If this is something I wait... Although... what if she were to turn up eventually? Only to find I didn't remember... When I think about it like that... How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of empty... I shall remain.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, that certainly explains the state Tejima was in. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? What? According to Miss Kamisato, the They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree. But why would they take action against one? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you?
What? We heard the commotion and came to see...
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps this is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want... Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, my own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like...
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times, right? To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency...
He seems to me, but we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
Another test subject. Fry!
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was... I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got... But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for...
You've got a deal! Now
Huh?
What the...
There's nothing in here but IOU.
Yeah. A lot of them and they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. A Miss Aoi. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of the... As for you guys, you're free to go.
Yeah.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.